Welcome to another edition of Crypto with Kamal. I'm Kamal Hubbard and broadcasting here from ICP 24 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, here at the Swap. And right about now, I'm joined by Carl from Craft the Future. Thanks so much for taking time out to join us here. Carl, tell the folks tuning in a little bit about yourself, if you don't mind, please.
Of course. So, as you said, my name is Carl. I'm the marketing director over at Craft the Future, as well as the founder at Craft the Future. The number one thing that we like to focus on is being an educational resource hub for no-code creatives. That is a term we've coined and try to make our baby. No-code tools has been existing for quite some time now,
Right.
and now we're really trying to kind of use that to break into the creative atmosphere, help creatives feel more comfortable using AI and blockchain technology.
That's a great thing because I've had an opportunity to work with artists, and there's a lot of artists out there who really um, warm up to Web3 and the fact that, hey, this is a way that I can engage with my patrons
Right.
in removing intermediaries in the process. However, some get stuck by the complexity of blockchain and Web3. How does Craft the Future with these no code tools, and maybe let's back up, can you define what no code tools are?
Right. So no code tools means they're applications that allow for you to create your own creative web page or application for
Okay.
so that doesn't even allow you to even know what's going on behind the scenes. You don't have to know the JavaScripts, the web development frameworks, the or even the object-oriented code. You can just go in, break stuff, have fun,
Hmm.
and kind of put your product out there in a way to your audience in a more fast, quick, and dirty way, but it
Okay.
allows you to get the results that you need to know what your audience is really looking for.
Right. So these are user-friendly design to
Exactly.
web design and application design tools where once again, uh, people don't have to worry about something breaking in the process, right?
Right.
Okay. And Craft the Future, how are you, what's your outreach to artists to bring them into the collective?
So I always like to kind of say Craft the Future has always been on a journey. We started off as a marketing agency, and marketing is still like our big bread and butter. We love storytelling and love having a home for community. And being able to have a home for community allows creatives to be able to come into our space and tell their story and talk about how they've been able to use this technology. Every month, we've been able to highlight and spotlight creatives that actually have take this technology and use it as it from an artist perspective, from a tangible, physical, digital artist, or even from a musician. Or we like to even say our coders are as well are creatives in themselves because it takes a creative mind to have some of these applications. But now we have pivoted a little bit more towards an educational resource hub. So that allows us to have webinars, that allows us to have workshops, focus a little bit more on our meetup community. Here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, our Q1, we actually just across the street, we partnered with Milwaukee Artist Resource Network, otherwise known as MAR, to be able to host our Q1 meetup, which was no code. We called it Volume 1 No Code Creatives, and we specifically highlighted women in the Milwaukee area for Women's History Month
That's
that
awesome.
has a background in diverse fields, but tackles their fields using AI and showing us from an architecture mindset all the way down to I am a medical doctor and this is how I use AI in my everyday world.
That's cool. So, are you also, I know you're here in the Milwaukee area, but are you focused on artists that are here locally, regionally, or is this a collective that's global?
So we Craft the Future is very local to global mindset.
Mm,
We are definitely more bread and butter in the Midwest with our partnership with Eve Chicago. As the communications lead, it allows us to be able to tap into the Midwest global community in a stronger way. Milwaukee actually is a rich hub in itself because
it is.
Chicago is the what we like to call the cousin of the Midwest. Ooh, drop some water.
No worries.
But with that, it is definitely giving us some reach, giving us a lot of opportunity to be able to take the audience in Chicago and bring them to Milwaukee, or that more audience in Milwaukee and bring them to Chicago. I'm originally from Ohio, so of course my overall goal is to be able to reach out that far, touch some Michigan, touch some Indiana, see how far we can go out there. But as of right now, we have focused heavily in Chicago and Milwaukee.
That's great. That's great. I mean, Milwaukee just has a great art scene. Yeah, I don't want to go on all the stuff that other stuff I like about Milwaukee, but it has a very great, robust, strong art scene. And so I think this is a great resource that people can tap into and, just start their Web3 journey. And maybe can you share a success story with someone who really had no skills, technical skills, who was able to kind of pick up some of your resources and run with them?
Yeah, so as I said before, every month we were able to highlight creatives on our newsletter, and we were able to highlight different individuals who have never used this technology or who probably do have a little bit more of a technical background, but have shown us how they've been able to emerge their creative side to it. Two artists that I would like to highlight, one is named Donna Renee, and another one is named Sonia. Both of these artists have their own perspective. I don't want to say labels, but their own albums and ventures that they've created and bodies of work that they've been able to create. And one, Sonia, she's been able to have Deaf as a Business. Deaf as a Business is a nomadic band where people from different individuals and backgrounds are able to come in and out of the band and perform in different varieties of spaces across the globe, actually.
Wow.
So they actually created an NFT, and now I'm speaking a little bit too much in areas that I'm not super familiar with, but I do know they were able to create an NFT and actually offer that to their community and even start the stepping stones of that. Where Donna, she actually did a performance recently where she reached out to Craft the Future, i.e. myself, and was actually able to ask, like, how can I create some visuals for my performance using AI? There's a text-to-video platform known as Pika Labs, and that was a tool that we were able to use in combination with Dolly 3 just to be able to make some motion graphic videos, but also taking the music that she was already able to create and kind of create more of a performance scenic vibe for her in the Milwaukee area, performed at Wonderful Cafe.
Wow, that's really cool. Um, yeah, it's great that you can point people to tools like Pika or Dolly 3, which are great. But I think that's a big thing. Sometimes people are overwhelmed by AI.
Right.
There's so many different tools out there, and they might not necessarily know how to actually use them or get acquainted, and they get intimidated and they kind of turn away. So I think, once again, what you're doing by warming people up to the concept of, hey, AI can actually make your life better.
Right.
And as a creative, it's not taking away from your creative talents or spirits. It can actually amplify them.
Right.
And so that's a really great thing.